Okay, we're back.
Back online.
Yes.
Let the record show you don't have to pull out to make a comeback.
So yeah, pick up visions from my aura. And say what you see with your mind's eye, and then I'll just confirm what's right or wrong, or whatever, and then you hit or miss or whatever, and then all of a sudden spirits might come through and then you'll actually see them and then we call out to Jesus and God, and because we're seeing in the realm, and that's how that works for me, period. And that's how we could do that together, and that's what I wanted to go through. So we'll look through each other in the realm, be in that realm, and get a hold of God in something finally, instead of be like waste our time ignoring it like everyone else does.
That is beautiful. You literally, like, your energy just took itself and shaped a vessel in thought of me, and you formed like your perspective of absorption. Literally, just I saw that. Now you really changed the way you were looking at things in that second, as you redefined to me what your hopes and desires were coming into this conversation. What reflections you want to get out of yourself are similar to what I just got out of that. That's like, I see that in me. I break everything down, and you're right. Nobody cares to pay attention to the details, but they go, the devil's in the details, but you got to watch out for the devil. But then why are we not looking at the details? If you have to watch out for the devil in the thing, it's the snake in the grass. Watch where you're fucking walking, and know that the snake is still part of God's creation.
Yeah.
And you can step on evil things and do evil things.
It's better to see it than ignore it. Even if there's a demon, you don't ignore it, but you still have to look at the light so that the demon will go away at the same time. So that's crazy.
Do you know who?
To find the light.
Jesus spoke many times of what hell was like, and he said that the ne'er-do-gooders, the passerbyers, the witnesses with no statements, those who see and do nothing, see but don't say, hear but don't speak of truth and light and knowledge and good, those will be punished worse than all.
Oh.
How dare you be somebody who watched a woman get robbed and stabbed and murdered and raped? How dare you? When a woman is easily a target, a young, like, think of a teenage girl getting her purse jacked. That's the easiest victim, second to a baby, to take something from. Where do you find value other than maternal instincts of like your nurture? Where were you? What cared for you creates what you care and how you care for others. So something in you didn't ask a lot of questions about how you see the world. And I think that's where you started to just absorb where everybody else sees. And you found a very good corner for yourself to reflect. Your home, your domicile, and how you design it to live is an indication of how you feel inside out, mentally think of yourself in that space, how you organize it. You have 2 small TVs and a third one. I'm assuming there's 3 different devices.
One for DVDs and one for whatever, and one for the video games and the cable thingy or whatever.
You know what's hilarious?
That's
I do the same thing. I buy a TV for every device. I have a DVR, HD.
And then I can do it, watch it all at once, like multitasking like a Gemini does.
Like a computer screen with multiple monitors.
Yes. Because you're Gemini, you're multitasking. You're going to do multiple things at the same time. And I'm Gemini because Cancer rising, I'll identify that as me. You identify as Aquarius rising, and my inner being is Moon Aquarius. So that's how my inner self is, but you're the outer self Aquarius. And then your ego, the stuff is the Gemini Cancer, and then mine is Gemini cause Cancer rising. Actually, I actually have Gemini cause Cancer rising right there, and then I'm just a Pisces cause Aquarius, whatever.
This is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm.
So it's such a cool.
I'm saying thank
fold
you.
Out thing.
Truly, you are a blessing. I'm honestly like blown away. You are the first person. Like, I don't know you beyond just your first name. We haven't spoken for more than 2 hours, but that is the most understood I've ever felt. And that's the complication in life.
Yes.
Is I desire to feel understood.
Yes.
And I think that's, you know what you know, not by knowledge, but by heart. And it's the feeling of the water. If it's not pure, if it's not true, if it's not clean, if it's not stable, if it can't be gathered properly in a cup and drank, it's not good. You go where nature leads you. You'll drink where the horse drinks, but you're not going to tap the ground and hope that this rock gives you water. When you're looking for love, you're not going to go where the nature doesn't make it abundant. You go where the rivers flow to get what you need, whether that be to cleanse yourself, to nurture yourself, to water yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually. You go where water flows. And I believe in water. That's all that actually exists. Hydrogen and oxygen as an individual atom, the most reactive things. One with all other non-capsulated physics. Every gas, every chemical reacts with hydrogen on a microatomic level. Creates explosions, creates
Isn't
life.
he amazing?
And oxygen interacts with every material thing, physical, of matter, and it deteriorates it. It breathes it in and it breaks it down like the mind. And I believe that water is like the heart, and intelligence and understanding is like the air. You can have all the air in the world. You need understanding and reasoning to breathe. But if your heart's not pumping, the breath means nothing. So it's okay. It's better to be dumb.
And the heart is green and covered with the red heart. And plus chakras is green or whatever in the heart.
Yes. And so that's where I'm saying your aura was green. Now, I've seen a teal of blue because your beliefs and your questions, your pondering
the communication skill, the throat chakra, I guess. But the communication.
And it's starting, aura is a combination of not only your metaphysical state, like there's a biochemical state, there's a spiritual state, there's a mental state, there's a cognitive choice.
Yours got orange and green, and maybe other stuff.
So, like, what color do you see when I do this? Do you see anything
pink?
change?
I don't know.
It's softened, right?
Like pink?
But you said it was like an orange and yellow, and then it instantly gets a hueish red.
What's the orange? Yeah, like orange and green, and then probably blue too. But
Is it changing like flames?
Yeah, I'll be. Yeah, like the auras do.
Because I just engulfed myself into the loin. The chakra of the lowest being is rage. That is the natural presence of primate. Your loins govern who you are as an essence.
It's kind of a grounding place to go to.
The most grounded energy I have is anger, pure rage, disgust, hate.
Your Mars is in Virgo as well, so you'd be like very stuck up with that type of
very
sexual stuff or whatever. You'll be very picky about sexual things or whatever.
I am.
And OCBC, of course, it goes with Mars and Virgo. It's interesting.
It's like I've had
in 2000 Sagittarius, you'll be lucky with anything you do. Anything you go on camera, you'll be expanding it and make it be lucky. Like we're doing now. And your philosophy will be out there to be a natural guru for everyone. Where you'll be remembered as a guru because the 10,000 is how you advertise yourself and how you're on the platform of TV and stuff. And because it's ruled by Neptune, which is 10,000 Capricorn, 10,000 ruled by Capricorn, yours is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a guru, period, and a philosopher. So you're going to be advertise yourself as that. My sun sign, moon sign, Mercury sign is in the 9th house of the philosophy and all that bullshit too. So we're like interacting with that whole God view thing, and it's so much fun.
It's beautiful that you see exactly like. Do you look at the stars and can you try to like spot out where the dipper is and everything, and can you coordinate yourself?
No, I wish, but the Egyptians did. No, I just got to get a calculator on the thing and make it easier.
I'll tell you a trick.
Just get it over with.
Take a pair of goggles, fill them with salt water, look at the moon, and squeeze your left testicle once a week. Stare at the moon. Doesn't matter if it's.
While I'm recording this, I'll remember
I'm serious.
I'll remember it. I'll look back at this and be like, let's try to do that. Whatever you said.
It's called spiritual castration of the daughter. That the cunt of the thing is that's actually a positive word from its origin.
Everything's a positive word because we can invent words and we're all good with them because the Gemini rules the words. We don't want to limit our words. Like fuck it, we can use like all words we want, but like on YouTube, you're not supposed to be like saying some words, but oh well.
So it's like a woman is the cunt, a man is the continuousness of life. A man needs necessity, the ness of life is a woman.
And this person is real, like smack each other. See, that person is real. He's not an AI. If you think that, because it seems like that.
I was
such a absorbent of the
like
conscious of everyone.
Plucked like a blackberry and pulled apart to the seed, replanted where I was born. Now I'm here for God's deeds.
Yes. Isn't that so AI? Oh my God.
It sounds like it, but it's almighty intelligence. It's God.
Exactly. There you go.
God opened my mind by touching my heart. He enraged my soul to question. And I was a young boy. you're absolutely right with like the sex factors and like the particularness of pleasure, especially physical, because I'm not here. I don't know what you see of yourself when you look in this mirror, but I am not this thing, and I'm not the image I could see in here. I'm neither of the two.
Omnipresence of everything. Absorption and the calculation of it all and spewing out.
I'm the energy that was placed inside of this vessel to paint the image that this will stain on the minds of my children, the generations that come after me. What lessons and teachings I have to leave behind is of love. Let others value everything. That's where I found love. Because the hardest thing to understand is love. The reason why we got along instantly is because your heart chakra and my heart chakra vibrate in spirit, unconditional love. You have no judgments of people. You know that you can't hold a judgment over someone. It shouldn't mean anything. Even if you did, that's your opinion, not a judgment, because a judgment is cast, and you don't do that. You don't cast about your energy to people. You absorb other people's energies. You're letting me cast myself as the mage that I am. And I am the cusp of magic. This is magical and whimsical and mystical to you because I made it so, of manifestation. That's what I do. I am manifesting back into birth and life because I said, damn, I'm sorry. I apologized to God and I couldn't. I killed myself about 2.5 times. The third time was more like a tempting God to let me die, but he did. Well, I'm not going to stop you. You made those free will choices. I was 7 years old. I put a gun in my mouth, pulled the trigger, didn't realize it was an antique gun. Didn't have a firing pin. Got the living shit beat out of me by my uncle. He's a Marine. Said, you want to kill yourself, go to war.
I was just thinking about that. Like, you had some kind of thing with your uncle or aunt too? Like, that's what I was getting, and I didn't want to say that because that just sounded weird earlier. Like, I could sense something about your aunt, your uncle, and that's kind of like a thing where they can off you or whatever. Because, and I was thinking about obviously your birth chart, which is like I was saying, the insurance policy. You should get one because then people will off you because of that. They want to take your insurance policy away, take money from you. That's what they're trying to do in your chart too. But oh well. But I was just sensing your aunt and uncle kind of thing, like some kind of rivalry. I was really sensing that earlier. I should have said it all.
In a blind blue of the ocean, right there, you just poured a lot of feeling out from yourself into me, and my divination literally just sifted a few clams. Okay, one, I truly believe what you just said about insurance claim has something to do with my great uncle Mac. My grandmother, like I said, just passed away. Was fighting the court over years of her misdiagnosis and the mistreatment she had from many hospitals.
Yeah.
And she basically got awarded in death in like supersedence of it. My great uncle, her brother, settled out of court with lesser compensation than what this. You're talking about damn near $500 million, 500 million. Oh, you've been treating someone over multiple hospitals for about 10 to 15 years without ever really getting a pure diagnosis, and then you're mistreating them off of an assumption. And so all these hospitals were involved. In her death, my uncle's like, I don't want to deal with this. The family doesn't want to deal with this. And he's got it all. He's got her immediate severance. He bought her house. He gave it to his nieces and nephews. Her adopted daughters have it. Her son lives next to her old house. My whole family magically came out of the works as soon as you said 10-0. Now there's 137. You imagine what all 10 heads of my family are doing. There's 6 people between my great uncle and myself. And it's inheritance of value, like insurance. What insurance do you have when you die that your life will have mattered?
I might still have it. I don't. Wait, yes, I do. I still have your birth chart, and I have it memorized. Oh yeah.
So what you should do is look up natal comparison. Put in your chart as well, and it'll give you a elemental comparison of selves. Basically, where
you should do that.
Like
in the next video.
From where did you take your first shot with Cupid's bow? That type of thing.
Cupid's bow.
Mm-hmm. You know Cupid has 2 bows and 2 arrows?
I don't know. I'm listening.
Cupid has a bow with a heart, and Cupid has a bow with a spade. And he is a grave digger of hearts and a plot planter of passion. Cupid doesn't make you fall in love. Cupid launches you towards lust, and the sting of lust lingers like an arrow in your side. But the spade, that's what Cupid's actually made for. Cupid's meant to make bad breaks between good bonds. Good bonds don't mean that they're good for you.
And what do you know about the four-faced being or whatever that I encountered or whatever?
The four cherub?
Yeah, the four-faced cherub being. What do you know about it? What would you do if you encountered it to just observe because it's all we can do? I mean, what else could we do? It's supposed to be the protector of God's throne, and it protects you from seeing God because you might be invisible if you see it. And it protects the Garden of Eden while we're walking in flesh. We can actually see in the realm and see the Garden of Eden in the realm at the same time because he's protecting it, and you can get past it after you see the eagle face.
The four-faced cherub is a manifestation of the box. They say think inside the box or think outside the box. The cherub of four faces is the box. It shows you all four sides, inside and outside of itself and you at the same time. It sits face to face with you in the box.
That's what it's doing.
It puts you in the box, it shows you all four walls, it shows you the opening, it shows you the endless bottom. Nothing can get out, but only what gets put in. Everything can escape if you turn the box upside down. Think inside out. Think outside of yourself. Does the cherub show you anything outside of you, or does it really take you and put you outside so that you can see yourself clearly?
I don't know. I just saw it. I don't know inside me. It
Mental,
was inside of each other inside of ourselves.
Physical,
yeah,
emotional, spiritual.
Yeah. Are there fire and water? All of them.
And then real. The real is you. You have a movie reel, a fishing reel. Those are the lines and the things of order that connect. You play the reel and you fish it in. If you're looking for something, toss the line to yourself. The cherub will appear.
Right.
He'll put you in the box. He'll say, what would you like to find of yourself? And you close your eyes and the cherub sees. The cherub sees through you that you are out. Because it's not you. Now you've reflected. You've put yourself into the eyes of the cherub.
Yes, it's all me and that's all it. That's
but then your face changes. Your face changes because you see through the eyes of the cherub. And it is an angelic eye. It is an omnipotent eye. It was a divine eye. It's supposed to look at you so that you can see yourself, but it knows what you're looking for and it can't point it out. It's not allowed. You have to see. You have to absorb the cherub and say, the angel is my blessing and I am blessing the angel.
Oh.
I give the angel purpose.
Yes.
And the angel gives me mine.
Exactly.
So that's divination. It's like relation in divide.
And it's equal is not the last person saw it. Period. We can all see it too. Everyone can see it.
Two things can have the exact same difference and be completely different in themselves. But the same difference is the same thing, correct?
I don't know.
So it's like the same difference between me and myself, knowing and understanding the physical being of a female is the same as it is for you. However, the differences are the same. The similarities are not comparable. What I understand and know of being a female is objectively skewed from never having a male perspective. As a male, I'm one of the very highly understanding, feministic viewing men who can really absorb and sit with a woman and listen and talk in a way that's understood and express my feelings uncontradictively without care or malice or anger. I'm not going to punch a wall.
Mm-hmm.
I can peacefully sit and tell you what I do and do not like. 80% of men are seen by women to not have that trait. So just in that, even if you're one of those other 20% like me, who can communicate with a woman well, there is still a disparity in what I think and know of women and what I could possibly imagine you to think and know. I can't imagine it. You see, I don't know anything of what you don't know or do know. What I do know is that you know something. That's feeling. The beauty I feel from you in self is that what I'm doing right now. Feeling my thoughts out in a way that I can't comprehend. I'm not thinking, I'm processing. like the engine kicks the fucking exhaust, but it's not the transmission. If I pushed the accelerator and I wanted to get somewhere and I wanted to understand what to do with it, that would be me driving the car. Right now, the engine is just idle and I'm feeling it run. I'm existing and I'm feeling that existence, and that's teaching me what the feeling of thought is. Like, you don't need to think. You aren't thoughtless. You're thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
Full of heart, full of feeling, full of sense. Common sense, which is now uncommon. It's uncanny. People don't have this sensibility or sensitivity.
Yeah.
Because some people can sense it, but they're not caring enough.
Oh.
And I saw something in you. You need this.
Yes.
You need this.
Death.
And my spirit said, speak of where pearls have value.
Hell yes.
You're not some piece of shit talking to me like shit, treating me like shit. You're communicating well and you're absorbing what I say, and we're having a great conversation, and it's teaching me how to be able to talk to people in general, because I'm damn near 30 years old and I've never had what's ever felt like an understanding, constructive, and communicated conversation. I've been arguing with myself for so long that I haven't been able to speak to others because myself's been in the way. I got myself to shut up by doing drugs and emotionally pinning myself down. I am a mental fucking overlord. This close to omnipotent divination comes from feeling in truth. I'm just smart enough to know I don't know shit. And like you said, I'm born stupid, smart enough to learn, intelligent enough to choose, and wise enough to reflect. Wisdom is saying, once I was so dumb. Wisdom. Once I was dumb. Was dumb is where wisdom comes from. To have been dumb. But to be dumb is like debatably numb.
Yeah.
It's not that you're unaware or uncaring. It's like the feeling didn't register. That's not ignorance. It's not stupidity. It's lack of experience.
Yes, exactly.
So that's where, as a young boy, I opened my mind. I was traumatized and my heart was shut down. I remember the moment my brother climbed in my dad's casket, and I emotionally I can meditate and go back to that trans moment. My spirit was froze in place, and I can circle that moment my whole life now, but in that moment, it felt like forever. I remember every little detail of every little thing. I can tell you that my grandmother wore a maroon shirt underneath a black, like, heart and rose veil, and you could see the maroons popping through the flowers. That's how much time I spent in my head in that moment. I was 4.
Were you wearing like a burgundy shirt, a red shirt too?
No, I was wearing a gray tie. I was wearing a gray tie and a gray suit. It was a nice little pinstripe with a white shirt. It was gray on gray on gray with gray shoes.
Oh no, I'm just trying to pick up visions. I don't know.
It's the same. I put my son in my suit that I went to my father's funeral in when I took him to my grandmother's funeral. He wore my suit that I wore.
Oh, cool.
Because he was 3 turning 4. I was 3 turning 4.
He looks just like you.
My son is Ezekiel.
Look. Oh my God, you got Ezekiel on your freaking tattoo, just like the 4-faced being.
2/20.
And you named him that? That is so awesome.
2/20/2020. My son is a cusp of the same of you, Aquarius into Pisces.
Really?
February
like far
20th,
out.
2020.
Sweet.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
The only thing is, from perfect clear vision.
And you have its rising and moon sign on there or something?
This is Pisces, Aquarius. The symbols as the dots between his Roman numeral date. 2XX is 20. MMXX is 22 is 2020.
Wait, do you know his birth chart? Do you want me to do it or what?
This is Pisces, Aquarius rising. He was born.
Oh, he's Aquarius rising like you?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's
And
a
then
Pisces cusp, Aquarius rising.
Yes.
Yep.
And what is his moon?
His moon is
Cancer.
Taurus.
Taurus. Oh,
Yes.
so he's a spoiled brat.
He is full stubborn, and he has the
Inner
subruler.
beauty.
Yeah, his moon is in Taurus. His subruler, his sextiles is conjunction of Mars to Libra and Capricorn to his fucking. The conjunction is a 4-set space between your ruler, your subruler, and the node of which you're identifying. So when the triangulation of him being born in New York pinned him east of his subnode would make him more dominant than it. So his subruler is conjunction, not sextile. So like his emotional state is unwavered. That boy is just like, I have a song that I sing. He loves to sing. He loves music. I love to sing. I create music. Like that's like poetry of life. That's how I speak.
Yes. And your third house is in Taurus. You have a beautiful voice and all that. And then you have Mercury and Gemini you have. So you'll
So
take before you
you say
communicate.
the third house.
Right.
Third house is
your hands and your lungs and your mouth.
But of the spirit, it's the godly.
And it's your siblings.
It's the godly nature. So like I have a natural divine talent for anything I speak, anything I sing, anything I talk of. I develop understanding and perfectionism with. It's just I'm peculiar. I break it down. Words. Welcome to the world of words, sick twisted world of words caused by world's verbs. Verbs are actions of words.
And Gemini rules the words, period.
Words that mean nothing without the verb of the word. The most, they say, actions speak louder than words, don't they say? You know why they must say that? Because no action speaks louder than speaking itself. Actions speak louder than words, yet no action speaks louder than speaking itself. If you don't say it, it doesn't exist.
Like there's no like words don't exist or noise don't exist until it's made now or whatever. We're existing in words. We're making it happen. We're existing in whatever.
There is no standing ovation.
Speak life into this world. Blah blah blah.
There is no
speak
standing
love
ovation
into this world
without the action of standing and the observation of applause. You have to observe and experience life, and that's what I developed at a young age. I've done every single fucking drug you can contemplate, to think, to make, to find, except for ayahuasca, because I haven't been able to get my hands on it. As close as I've done.
But being sober makes it more better. Is sensitive to it and stuff. So, anyways, don't mention those words because they're bad for you too.
This is where I was telling you.
So just mind will take substance.
The crystal clear beauty of life is that this is the darkest thing you're ever going to look into.
Exactly. Your reflection because of like dysmorphia.
But you could stare into the void of a dark hole, and this is darker.
Well, birds like to stare at themselves too, and I like to look in the mirror because I'm dysmorphic, and to know that I'm there somewhere grounds me, and then I could go about whatever, I guess.
Birds have what's
so like if you can't look at yourself, it's gonna be hard to view yourself or whatever. But I guess the inner self is what God's looking at, is the heart. They don't care about your shallow, fucking ugly faces or whatever. But God made us some prettier than other people, and that's annoying, and that sucks, and blah 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 blah.
Penial. It's a penalty. Life is a curse. You're going to die. You don't have life, you have death. Death is given to you because you are alive. So that's called the hemisphere of your brain is an all-encompass. Every other animal has a split or a drive, a node, a bone, or a spur, a cavity. Like snakes have venom cavities, and birds have hollow, empty shells with very spacious brains. Big, empty, tiny brains. Because they need the density of themselves. But that causes these splits between perception. Your left eye and your right eye attached to the back of the brain, and the pineal gland twists them together. Like your DNA, two strands come one. You see dead center. Can you see your nose?
Cross my eyes and see that, yeah.
Okay, so if you look inward, you can see what you know. and it smells like shit because your upper lip, you eat shit. Your words are shit. You must eat your words. And if your words are shit and you speak of shit, your breath's going to smell like shit. So what is the point of knowing shit? You like to
peppermint.
think you know what to say, but hear not the way it feels. Without connection, what you say doesn't have any feeling. So if you're not meaning to connect, it's like you need these types of things because you lack personal interaction. People don't have genuine, open-hearted conversations. And this is how you can observe them on a revisited platform.
Hell yeah.
So you can sit with yourself when I'm not here and observe yourself as well as reinterpret what you
and
observe.
get evidence of your existence on camera, period, of other people like you.
And so
and you're one of a kind, super amazing.
I
so
love that you
rare.
have so many mirrors. I love that you have the pentagon in the porcelain spattered stone and in the pink painted with eyes. Blue
It's
eyes.
supposed to be red.
Well,
it's green eyes.
The funny thing is, it is red then. If it's supposed to be red, it is a hue in itself of red. Pink is just a shade.
It's like the movie Night of the Demons inspired because it's funny.
The eyes are green and wide,
Party.
but they're also ordained with the lashes of a man. Not that of a lady, but it's painted pink like pristine and beauty would observe.
I don't like pink.
roses.
Pink is the devil.
They say that.
It's supposed to be
That's
red.
really, you know,
Who says that?
they
Because
say that.
they say red is the devil. I say pink is the devil because also Carrie White was wearing pink at the prom and she offed everybody.
Here's, you know the song
It's
Sympathy.
so corny and ugly. Pink is so ugly.
You know the song Sympathy for the Devil?
Or it ruins the rainbow.
And The Wall and Stairway to Heaven.
I have sympathy for everybody, period.
So
Sad.
where's your sympathy for the devil?
It's sad that he's the outcast of in darkness and then he's supposed to be hurting people or something. I don't
He's
know.
a pissed off CFO.
Well, yeah. And you'd be understanding of them and all that bullshit, but I don't know. Whatever.
God created the biggest, most complicated infrastructure of any
Of
corporation.
himself, his two-faced self, who
Life
knows?
and death. Life living itself until it dies, marrying death and recreating life. How do you live to die to live again? You must die in order to have lived. Because if you don't die, then you can't say you lived at all. For lived is past tense.
Just like angels or whatever, they just exist. They never passed away.
But angels are immortal. I'm mortal. I'm mortal. But I exist.
You're mortal. You are mortal.
I have an exit to extents. My essence has an exit. The immortals, the angels, the demons as they're seen, they are bound, body, being, essence, to one forever thing. Never to change their purpose, never to change their calling, never to change the creed. You think the devil's not doing exactly what God ordered him to do? As much as he can bitch and fight, he's allowed to do it however he likes. God said, the earth is yours to Lucifer. He gave him dominion of the earth.
To test everybody and to see their free will and pick out them to see who is love and
Not
what
initially.
war. I don't know.
Not initially.
Who knows?
See, initially, he was the farmhand. God did not want to till the soil. Why should I? I created it for everybody and everything else, including you, Lucifer.
Yeah, everyone's invited to the party of
Lucifer,
God.
you're the first created angel. You are the firstborn brethren of the immortals. You are the brightest, most beautiful, most adored. He is. The Bible says he is the most beautiful of all God's heavenly creations. The angel Lucifer, what is the greatest? He's the most beautiful creation. He was the first self-reflective image of God. Everything down to a mole, perfect twin of God's image, of what God saw in himself to be good. And he moved that into Lucifer.
Yeah.
Then he took all the light that was Lucifer and he put it in a black hole, called it hell. Without the light, that darkness is barren and empty of life, devoid. So Lucifer sits in the depths of hell, the darkest place of all existence, the absence of God completely. And he governs it with the light of love, the light of the Lord. Now, the devil can't create anything. He can tempt you with what's already created yourself. So he comes to you with your fears, your traumas, your desires, your hopes, your dreams, and he paints them into an illusion of, I can help you get this. If you turn away from God, you're proving my point. But by turning away from God, you're allowing God's creation to exist as it was meant, freely. God said nothing to Lucifer. You think he cast him down? They say the bigger man rises above. Isn't heaven above? Hell below? As above, so below. You're in heaven. So what's below you? The same thing that's above you, heaven. You are in heaven and hell all at the same time.
That's what I think, of course.
So your body becomes existence, and that is the essence of your grace. No matter what you skin yourself to be, you can paint it, you can tat it, you can cut it, you can maim it. Anything you do to this is a temple. You literally stand like an idol, a statue like they give you at the Oscars.
Yeah.
You are God's award to himself. You are his most perfect creation. The fact that you, Dash, are so individual and so unique that nothing can ever copy you as you were. Anything that ever comes around you may copy the color, may copy the style, may copy the canvas itself, but the artist and the way that you stroke your paint with your brush is impeccably uncopyable. God himself designed you so that he could not copy your elegance, your grace, your divinity, your beauty. Individually is just as beautiful as God's and unmatched compared to God's. Isn't that beautiful?
That is amazing. Super groovy and amazingly beautiful. So truly, like, yeah.
I feel
so glad to get you on recorded. Yeah.
In your heart, you know yourself. I feel that. Like if I could give you a hypothetical of a situation that you'd be put into, I feel like you know how you would react.
Let's do it.
Okay. You have a woman move into your home. A year or two goes by, she gets pregnant. Your friend, you move from it. This is relative. I was in this situation. So I want to see
all that.
Comparatively,
no one can move in. Bye.
Hypothetically, if you were in my situation, I'll see how you would react. The child is born. You and the mother start to have problems. You're helping out your friend. He's living with you.
Yeah.
Some time goes by. You feel question and concern of your woman, your baby mother.
Yeah, fuck her.
I spied and I'm looking at her Snapchat. I'm looking on my internet browser. I know you're in my house under my internet usage. I check my internet. I can see what you did in the house. I can see all the devices.
Yeah.
What would you do if you saw text between him sent to her? Not much response from her.
Oh.
But text to him insinuating the desire for more than a friendship.
Right.
That's your friend talking to your baby mother.
I feel like go ahead, go for it. Share love with you between each other. Just do it. If y'all found love, create love and keep going. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to isolate you from love for yourself or from others. You share love from others. Others should share love. Share love. Find love wherever you can. It's precious. It's amazing. Don't ever isolate your love. I would not be selfish with my love. I'd keep love and give love and someone else give them love too. You can be loved and you can be loved and y'all can love each other. We're not selfish from love. We just love. Not be jealous at all. That's how I'd be. I'd be like, I'm great that you found somebody else to love you. Somebody else can love you. Find love out there. Reach out to anybody and everybody. We're all the same love pile anyways. That's what me. That's how I would do. Plus, I don't want to live with anybody. I'd be like, you live in your own place. I live in my own space. But yeah, find someone else to love them and be loved by them. But we can still love each other too. That doesn't separate our love. Fuck it.
Empathetically, I expected an answer very 100% on point with everything you said. I was not actually prepared to think that you're not necessarily polygamous. Maybe you're a committed of passion, but you're open to loving multiple people with reason and limits. If you have a partner and you choose to be a partner and you guys are committed to each other, there's nothing that comes in that.
Our love is that.
That love is isolated and
We're
singular.
iconic love together, cemented together.
So
No
if
matter
you-
who loves you and who you love, you can freely love outside of us, but our love is our love.
So like, if you had a relationship with someone and you loved them for them and they loved you for you, and then someone else came along you both had an attraction to,
Mm-hmm.
and that person loved both of you, you would be open to polygamously loving the two of them.
Yeah.
As long as it's communicated and understood.
Yes.
So your love language is actual
It's flexible. Not
Clear.
restrictive.
clear cut communication. That's your love language. Clear cut communication. Because it has to be clear, it has to be spoken. Don't shade things and cover things up. Put it out there. Be clear. Be transparent. Cut, as in
Don't
fine.
miss out on anybody else's love.
Love is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Love got its design. Love
Yay.
is cut from a twine.
Mm-hmm.
It is just mine. That's where you get the ball of yarn called the world. You just want your string.
Well, we'll have our own unique loves between each other, and that's our love,
Exactly.
and that will be your love with them, and their love with them, and your love. That's okay.
And then communication is your unconditional love.
Oh, good, just loving
You love everyone.
love everyone.
You love to hear
I want-
people. You love to be heard by people. You love to reach people's hearts
Oh.
and feel connected.
Oh.
And that's what I sense. That's what I understand from your energy. And the trick of me, as I know myself, those three, me, myself, and I, are fucking retarded.
Mhm.
Okay?
Me too. I'm retarded. I'm
I-
methodical.
I sat down with a psychiatrist and made him quit his job. I convinced him to quit his job because it was wasting his time as an anger management therapist.
I would too. They're all fucking idiots, and
He
they're
said
just
to me, thoughts and feelings are what's called inextricable. You cannot remove one from the other. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Shit in a bowl.
Mhm.
Bullshit doesn't grow flowers, but horseshit does. Make that make sense. Cow pie.
Yeah.
That's a food for the ground. So
Yeah, it's fertilizer for the food.
why doesn't bullshit work? If bullshit don't work, but horseshit does, and the cow's a bowl, what the fuck sense? All shit works, right? Shit is shit.
Uh-huh.
But manure is not manure.
And then we come from dirt or something, anyways.
We are
Go
made of
back
the
to
dirt. Yes, God took the dust, crafted our frame, and said, and the fire of life was born into you. The water boiled in your blood and became ionized, oxidating itself and rusting. Slowly, the sand of the metal that makes you, the metal of the earth. It says, the meek shall inherit. You know what the meek are?
I don't know what that means to me.
Metal that is rusted and weak becomes meek, fickle, frail,
Mhm.
fragile, the soft, the leftovers. God is going to harvest all the good souls. The devil's gun took all the demons.
Oh.
All those who nation themselves and walk away from God are going to hell. Where
Wow.
absence ends existence. It's
Oh.
peace. It's a true peace. They no longer have to exist. If they fought
What?
existence and they fought God's presence, they
Oh.
walked away from Him. Then
Did
when
they not know no better?
but nobody knows any
Can
better.
you save any demons and make them turn to be light, or is it just always cast away because they're opposite magnets? I feel
Adam,
sorry for all of them. Sad. But
Adam
they have to
and
stay the
Eve.
fuck away from us because like it damages the light and it's not due to be in our presence.
I want you to please absorb that everything I say about religion is a metaphorical stance of the position.
Well, I
of-
was just talking about experience when I saw
that's what I'm
demons and
saying. It's an experience.
stuff.
There was a life that existed called Adam and Eve.
I don't know. I
Eve.
haven't met them yet. I met Jesus. I met perfect beings. I met demons and I met angels. I met perfect. So I don't know about. I never met
So-
Adam and Eve yet, but that's a good story.
It's in your
Learn
DNA,
to learn.
your essence. You're either of the bone or of the breast.
Mhm.
The milk of the bone. So you're either something of the firmness that was first created, the firmament that God created, the foundation is man. Then there's woman. She is woe, but a man. She is the woes of a man. She woes a man. She woos a man. She's much more than a man. She's a woman. She gives life to man. Isn't she more than man? But without a name, what's a seed? God's a farmer.
God's farmer of roses of souls.
So why does he need fishermen of men?
Oh,
To take the fish and plant
more
more crops, to water,
and watch creation create itself.
watch creation create itself. That's exactly it.
Mhm.
So when God killed himself and gave opportunity to the rest. He became something called everything, and everything was made of nothing, which was him. He was absent within himself. With nothing but himself, he was the cherub.
Oh.
He was the cherub without somebody to talk to.
Oh.
So now God has all these billion different perspectives to absorb himself and his creation through.
Yay.
But that's why he made you perfectly the way you are.
And you're perfectly the way you are.
And so now God has sat the two of us here in a space where our lights can reflect between our minds and our mirrors to give us a better image of ourselves.
Exquisite.
For each other. I need this so that when I go home and think to myself, I can have I'm having a conversation where I can speak freely. I'm not judged. I'm literally being absorbed. The intention is to listen to me, to absorb me as I am, to accept me as I am, to appreciate me for who I am, and to feel comfortable within that. And that is a gift you have, to make someone feel comfortable in their own skin, to not have to conform. I don't have to do anything to make you like me. You don't want me to try to make you like me. You don't seem like that person who wants to be convinced of friendship. It's either there or it's not. People are friendly or they're not. That conversation in the bathroom could have gone one of 7 ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many different chakra points could you have hit me in? And you hit me in the heart.
Oh. And then that guy came in and smoked his cigarette and had to leave. But I'm glad that you came out there too and followed me. So it's like, duh.
Man,
It's the best thing for both of us.
You have a perspective of prisms. And if I could call you a Pokemon, I'd call you a Polygon, the little crystal duck. Because this house, it symbolizes you. Purple everywhere, your favorite color.
Yes.
You love to see what you enjoy, so you put that out there. If you love yourself and things of yourself, you exemplify it. You're like, this is me, bitches.
Yes.
And
that's it.
People call me narcissistic and arrogant, but I've never felt like that. Never felt like I get to walk in my own skin. I get up and make Malcolm go to work, but I don't get to be Malcolm all the time. Malcolm doesn't get to be himself.
I like ideas.
The ideas are great.
Like Aquarius runs off ideas. You're Aquarius rising. I'm in Aquarius. Blah 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 blah.
So then the Cancer runs off the ideas, the emotion of passion that the heart of Cancer does. But then I need direction. A Gemini needs guidance. I need a map. If I'm going to go somewhere in life, I need a roadmap. I need a plan. I need a gas tank and a car. I need a backup spare. That's my first plan before I even got the car, was to make sure I had spare gas. You see,
yes.
That's how far ahead I think as a Gemini.
Yes.
But I don't get anywhere in life like that. I get somewhere in life, living life the way you feel about yourself is the way I feel about life. I am 100% certain, on doubt. I know exactly why I'm here every day. I wake up, I get told what my purpose is. Sometimes they're like, hey, sit, wait, you're going to find out in 20 minutes. And then 2.5 hours after sitting in silence because God told me to, you walk into a public bathroom.